Okay, hello and welcome. I'm Mrs. Bolin. We got 1.2 plant processes. Let's get to it. So first thing here is diffusion. That is the movement of particles from an area of high concentration to low concentration. Now we actually looked at this already. When we did our science fair project, some of you did an experiment with diffusion. So you can see in this example, food coloring in water. The food coloring particles start in that one drop all together, a very high concentration. Now without you needing to stir it, move it, shake it, they will naturally spread out, that going from an area of high to low. Now in your states of matter lab, you related this to states of matter, because the hotter water was moving more, this happened quicker, whereas the colder water, it's moving less, diffusion happens slower. But diffusion is any type of particles going from high to low. Anything. Osmosis, on the other hand, is if water particles go from high concentration of water particles to a low concentration of water particles. It's only dealing with water. The water is high concentration, moving to a low concentration of water. Osmosis, water, diffusion, anything else. All right, now this is important because in a plant, in the root cells, we have both happening. We have the diffusion of minerals, of gases, of vitamins, and the osmosis of water. So keep those two straight, osmosis versus diffusion. All right, so pores are tiny openings in the cell membrane of plants. They're the tiny openings in your skin too. We call those pores. It's the same thing. And they act similarly as a filter. Some things can come in, some things can come out. This is important. You'll look at this a lot more next year. For now, it moves through pores. Right, so water comes into the root cells through pores, etc. All right, transpiration. This is some of the cool stuff. So remember, water evaporates from the surface of the leaves through the stomata. Right, it helps to cool the plant, kind of like when humans sweat. So the water evaporates. Now the water particles, as one leaves, imagine they're all holding hands up the plant. As one jumps off, it's going to pull the other ones with it until they all go down. Here's one of my famous drawings. Oh, here we go. Drawings. Stay with me, bud. Drawings. There you go. We're in the plant. The leaf. Here we go. So we have then water coming. And the water is attached. Well, in the leaf here, there's little holes, little pores, right? The water is going to go through the pores and evaporate. And this is going to cause this tension or pulling on the other water particles up. It's a chain reaction. And it goes right even into the roots, not just the stem, but the roots as well. So that's transpiration. It uses evaporation. Transpiration, evaporation. You got this. All right. Here's a picture again, a little bit better than mine, although not by much. The water is traveling through the plant because it evaporates. That's what causes the evaporation. Again, that's an important concept. The water evaporates, which causes this whole chain reaction. Okay. Capillary action. So capillary action is actually two things. We have cohesion and adhesion. So if I say cohesion, or even cohesive, we are a cohesive group. That means that we work well together. So we are attracted to each other. So cohesion is when water is attracted to other water particles. Adhesion, think of adhesives, glue, it's sticking to something else. So adhesion is when the water is attracted to the walls of the tube in the stem. Now for this one, I've got another famous Mrs. Bullen drawing for you. So, now imagine it's spring, it's summer, it's nice out, and you're playing at the park, and you are climbing up a tube slide. Right, so one of those slides, it's a tube. So you are the water particle. How might you climb up it? Do you just run it? No, you're on your hands and knees. More than that, this is you. Right, your hands, your legs, but that's not quite it. We got your back. Your back is going to be against the wall. You arch yourself up. You're holding on as much as you can. This is adhesion. You are stuck to the wall of the tube, of the slide. Cohesion comes with, say you have a partner. Your friend's with you too. They are also very arch-backed, climbing up the slide. If you were to slip, you brace yourself. Maybe your arms will go on the sides of the slide. You might also grab your partner's leg and probably pull them down. But if they hold you up, that is cohesion. Using your buddy. Cohesive. That's how you would climb up a slide. That's how the water climbs up the stem of the plant. So adhesion to the walls, cohesion to each other. You and your friend climbing up a slide. As for this picture here, so this is something, maybe I'll try to get a picture of this for you too. But if you were to put a very narrow tube in water, the capillary action of it would force the water level up a little bit more than normal. But it kind of looks like a straw in a glass. And we'll see how well that works, but give it out a shot at home. What happens to that water level? Okay. Photosynthesis, we've looked at this. That's how plants make food. It uses the energy from the sun, carbon dioxide, and water, and it makes their own food, their own sugar energy. The chloroplasts are the structure in the plant that carries this out. They are also what makes the plant green, and you guessed it, they are very important to the plant. Without it, they would starve, they would die. We don't want plants to die. They need the chloroplasts, photosynthesis, they need the sun. So our formula for this, I've got a couple ways of showing this. Sunlight plus carbon dioxide plus water. This arrow thing, whoops, is a big thing of science. It means it's processing into, it turns into sugar and oxygen. Cellular respiration, on the other hand, is where the process where plants use this food. Right, they've made it through photosynthesis. Now they need to use this food to make energy. We do this too, by the way, in our bodies. We have cellular respiration happening. We're breaking down sugar particles into carbon dioxide, which we breathe out, water, which we urinate out or sweat, and energy. That's what we do. We run, we jump, we play, we roll our eyes, we read a book, our energy. So we do this, plants do this. The mitochondria is the structure in all cells, plant and animal meaning you, that carry out cellular respiration. Again, cellular respiration is that reverse of photosynthesis. We have the energy now, we need to use the energy. This is our formula. Sugar plus oxygen will equal carbon dioxide, water, and energy. They are reverse operations. Right? We go up, photosynthesis, sunlight, carbon dioxide, water. And then now that sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water are on this side. We are reversing it. We're doing the opposite. This is how everything flows. Everything balances each other. We need this to do photosynthesis, which then gives out that same thing that we need to do photosynthesis. We being the plants here. The gas exchange is again this balance, this symbioticness. We are exchanging. We are taking in carbon dioxide and taking out or giving out the oxygen and the water vapor. Again, this is important. This is through the stomata of a plant, of a leaf, the pores of the leaf. Very good. All right, this is where I'd ask for questions, but since you can't answer me, I will ask for questions in the comments throughout this whole video. Questions are important. I went through it a little quick, I know. I only have so much time to film it and to keep your attention. But here we go. Practice this. Let me know if you have questions. Thank you for giving this your best shot. Have a good day. Woo. Good job. Goodbye.